You know what I was thinking about the other day? My generation and after that are gonna have such trash like How I Met Your Mother stories. Like when we become grandparents, none of those stories are gonna sound cool. Like if your grandparents are still together and they're still around, hopefully, if you ask them how they met, that's a cool fucking love story. Our shit is gonna sound so fucking funny. Like my grandpa's story when he met my grandpa, they worked at a vegetable packing plant together. And he would stare at her all the time and he told all of his friends, that's the girl I'm gonna marry. And they were working, packing vegetables in boxes together and shit. And he gathered up enough courage to finally go ask her out. And my grandma's fresh here from Mexico, barely knew any English. And they fell in love and are still together to this day. Our stories aren't gonna be that cool. Our stories are gonna sound something like this. So I was on Hinge, super swiping, I just needed something to do this weekend. But then I came across your grandmother. And I knew this swipe right was different than the other 90 swipe rights I did that day. I could just feel it in my heart. Like, what kind of fucking stories are those gonna be? Also, I feel like we're the only generation that's gonna have receipts on the first things we've ever said to each other. And those stories aren't gonna be good either. Your grandpa had to walk up to your grandmother with some swagger and pizzazz and say some real suave shit. If you go back on our red receipts when we're old, like if your grandkids are like, what was the first thing you said to grandma? You'll be like, hold on. I put a flame emoji on one of her bikini pics, to which your grandma replied, aw, thanks. Then I said, we should link up sometime. And your grandmother said, ha ha ha, LOL, I'm down. And that's how it happened. Our grandkids are gonna be so unimpressed.